Hello everyone and welcome back to Below the Belt. Welcome if it's your first time. I wanted to give you another update on my cycling of the penile implant, the Coloplast Titan, and the progress that I've made now that I'm around 7 weeks post-op from the surgery. Over the last 3 weeks, I've been steadily working on inflation time, comfort, and getting the most out of each session. And I've learned quite a lot along the way, and I'd like to share that with you and hope that it will be helpful. So, progress. When I was around 4 weeks post-op, I was just getting comfortable with daily cycling, starting at around 20 minutes and slowly building up. By week 6, I managed 30 to 35 minutes at about 90% inflation, which really helped stretch the tissue and maintain length and girth. Now, at almost 7 weeks, I've found that my comfort level can change day to day. Some days I manage to hit my usual targets easily. Other days I have to cut back, I've found, if things feel sore, especially while I've been tapering off buprenorphine, which I take for my past addiction to opiates, which I'm now in recovery for. So because of tapering off that now, it can make the pain feel a bit sharper. So sometimes I still have to take a paracetamol. I've stopped taking the ibuprofen because it raises my blood pressure, and I've already got high blood pressure at the moment. So that's something that I'm mindful to avoid making worse. Challenges and adjustments. One thing I've learned is that it's not about forcing the same numbers every day. It's about consistency over time. It's a marathon, not a race. You've got a long journey ahead of you if you've just started cycling your implant, or if you are considering getting the penile implant. If I can't manage 90% for 30 minutes, I'll still aim for a lighter session, say 75% for 15 or 20 minutes to keep the tissues moving. But in the last couple of days, I've managed 30 minutes quite easily at around 90-95%. Today, for the last 5 minutes, I actually had it up to 100%. I'll be honest with you, in the beginning, when I first started cycling the implant, it was fucking sore. My scrotum was really swollen, and it was hard to feel the pump properly and the valve for deflating it. And things felt concrete. And my scrotum was sitting a bit higher up on the underside of the shaft of my penis. Now it started softening a bit, and things are feeling looser down there. It's easier to find the pump, to find the valve, and the scrotum is starting to go down lower on the underside of the penile shaft. Sometimes I'll split my cycling into 2 shorter sessions some days. For example, the other day I did 10 minutes and it got really fucking painful, so I had to deflate it, take a couple of paracetamol, wait an hour, and then get back on it, and I managed to do a further 20 minutes, so totaling half an hour. And I've started icing again. I was icing a lot directly after the surgery, but since I've started cycling, I've found that it's helpful to ice for 10 minutes, 15 minutes even. Sorry, I've just done 15 minutes earlier today. So it's a good idea to put a bag of frozen peas on it after you've been pumping it, after you've been inflating it, but not directly on your skin. You should have some material in between the ice and your skin. Obviously, I just use my boxer shorts, to be honest with you. So yeah, I've got back to icing after every round of inflation. and that has been great for controlling the soreness without losing progress. Some tips that have helped me: inflate gradually over a couple of minutes instead of going straight to full pressure, and then ice, as I've just said, for 10 or 15 minutes after cycling to reduce swelling and irritation. Massage the pump and scrotum after deflating, not when you've iced it because things are going to be tight, but when your skin is warm and a bit looser, it's a good idea to massage the cylinders, so they'll break in better that way, and it'll keep everything moving freely. So don't panic if you have an off day, by the way. Just adjust the inflation level or time and try again tomorrow. It can happen that you have a day off or whatever, it's fine. Glands and Cialis. I've also been looking into whether daily or regular tadalafil, Cialis, is worth taking after an implant to help keep the glands fuller and prevent any long-term soft tissue loss there. The implant itself protects the shaft from atrophy. That means it getting smaller, your penis getting smaller, as it can do when you've got erectile dysfunction and you haven't had a proper natural erection in a long time. It's like the gym muscles that you build at the gym. If you don't use them, you lose them. So but the glands isn't directly, that's the head of the penis by the way, isn't directly expanded by the cylinders. So that's something I might experiment with later and report back on. I do take Cialis now and again, and that will make your glands engorged because blood arrives to the glands, the head of the penis, via a different route. It arrives via the corpus spongiosum rather than the corpora cavernosa, which fill the penis shaft with oxygenated blood when you achieve a natural erection. So, to wrap things up, don't go just yet because there's another bit of important information. Overall, the last 3 weeks have been about gradually increasing time and pressure, learning to listen to my body and finding a balance between pushing for gains and avoiding setbacks. If you're in this stage of recovery, remember, slow and steady really does win the race. If you found this helpful, please feel free to like, subscribe, and drop your own cycling tips or experiences or questions in the comments. And I'll see you in the next update. Thank you.